Alright guys, here you go on Old Fellas Travels. I've got to tell you, it's going to be a scorcher day. I'm in Perth, or the outskirts of Perth I should say, and I've been put up by, I'm probably a couple of weeks off of getting in the goldfields. I got held up a little bit. So one of the changes that I have made to the Dot is a awning that's a little bit bigger now. Now we're back to long-term camping, you know, out on a mining site for 70, 80, 85 days, whatever, prospecting. So we need, I need a good base camp set up. I've got my Starlink ready to go, which is just a cracker. I've tested a couple of times, so I'll do a review on that. But just today, I'll just cover off a couple of things to get us going. So this is kind of, I suppose, this is my final setup for the trip away prospecting this year. But prospecting this year is going to be probably one of the major events or major activities this year. I want to get back into it full time. I've enjoyed my prospecting time, but it's not to say I still won't include, you know, the odd beach trip or reviews and the like. But anyway, let's get on with it. Very quick to set up, very quick and easy to pack away, and that's important for me. I hate pack-ups and I hate setups and pack-ups that take time. You know, I like to be packed up and ready to go within 30 minutes, and that's achievable with the top rooftop tent I'm running and this kind of awning. You know, it's just fantastic. So let's get on with it anyway, guys. The thing that I love about anything the Drifter do, they always make sure there's plenty of room in the bag, so when you unpack it, it's not, you know, a hassle to put it away. Get our zips undone. So we get the zip out of the way. Now you might have noticed just on the right hand side that you had these three, you know, power lines drop out. So they're for the lighting, and we'll have a look at that really quick once we get the awning out, which is, it'll only take a second. So you can see we've got all the straps out the way now. Just a matter of grabbing hold of this and just simply pulling it around. Just walk around. So you can see I've just hooked that up there, guys. Now these tensioners come with the rooftop. You need to pull up nice and sturdy. They'll just ratchet themselves up. They're really handy. Get it nice and firm. So get it nice and taut. It's as simple as that. The awning's up. Now, if we have a look at the back, there's a massive amount of shade here. The sun's probably, oh, it's 10 o'clock. The sun's probably about a third of the way up in the sky, but you can still see, you know, we've still got quite a bit of shade there. So very easy to set up. That was only, you might have noticed, but that was only my second time setting it up. And doing it on your own with one camera in your hand and trying to fiddle around with the other is no mean feat, but I've achieved it. But I'm sure you'll get the gist of how easy they are to set up and how quick they are to set up. I generally will use the tab on the end, and I like, because I'm away from camp, you know, for a whole day, and you just don't know what the weather's going to throw at you, I tend to put a pole under two or three of these arms, specifically this one. Put a pole here, I'll put another pole over here, and probably put a pole here. Now I might sound a little bit uncertain on that. I mean, it's got the little holes there in the bracket, so you can do that. But I might sound a little bit uncertain about the poles, and that's because I haven't used this awning yet, and I'm just going on past experience and on the previous one I had. Some other things to take note is, and this is one of the things that really drew me to the you know, the freestanding awning, and that was these lights. You know, there's a light in every bar, and I won't hook it up now. I'm actually I'm actually not meant to be parked here, but I spoke to the young girl that come down that was doing the checking the bins and checking the area and making sure it's good and tidy and that. Because I'm on the boundary of the Swan River. We've got the Helena River over the back here. So that's the Helena River. When I was a kid, you couldn't swim in this because it was just clogged up with gunk, because the abattoirs and that, they used to pump straight into this river. And you'd have sheep brains and God knows what else floating down the river. I remember as a kid swimming across the Swan River that this feeds into about 100 metres down, and bumped into something ahead looking as a bloody sheep brain floating down the river. But they've stopped that, and I suppose over the last 40 years, Helena River's come back to life. In fact, I don't know whether you caught that, but there was a fish that just jumped out of the water over there. And Guildford School is just up the road over there, Guildford Primary School that I attended from about, must have been about 62 through to about 69. And the river has changed a bit. They've taken the old jetties away. It used to be a great swimmer spot as kids, and I imagine that it probably still is, although on the weekend I didn't see a great number of people down here swimming. And old Barnes is out there having a fat old time running around the paddock. I'm going to have to pull him in soon. He's going to wear himself out to the point that he won't be able to stand. Anyway, when I'm in the goldfields, this wall here, once I'm set up the base camp back in the goldfields, or I'm camping any period of time, this length here will have a wall on it. I'll leave that section open. This length here across the back here, I'll put a light wall on that. And what I'm actually doing is, for this front bit here, I'm calling into a canvasser today, hence the reason I'm cutting a few canvas a day while I've got the trailer hooked up. And I'm going to get a mesh made that will mount on here, but one of those light meshes that keeps the sun off but it still allows the air to flow through. It's still giving a substantial amount of shade and a big footprint, considering the angle that the sun's on. I mean, once the sun's up higher, of course, you know, it's going to increase the shadow or the place you get on the ground. The other great thing about this is it's not that heavy, and it's so easy for me to put out by myself. The other thing that's nice about putting this away is it has got this bracket here, so when you fold it away, you can push it all up and put that strap around. And the problem I had with the previous awning is that you roll up and put it away, and because it wasn't held back, you know, it could be a little bit tricky when you're on your own, because I am travelling on my own with just old Barnes. There we go. A quick mini review on the heavy duty Drifter Stockton awning. Just remember guys that it's ideally designed for a vehicle, and they just work a treat on a vehicle. They're just ideal, and they give you lots of coverage, easy to set up, nice and strong. But I'm using it on my camper, and with a couple of, you know, short walls and that mesh that I'm having made to go on the front, it'll just be absolutely ideal. It'll make for a perfect base camp. So that's about it. All right guys, it's just about time to pack up. Old Barnes is absolutely knackered. He's been running around the whole time, which is much longer than he should be running around, especially in this heat. It's probably up around, what is it now? It's 31 degrees now, and it's only 10:30. It's going to be a cracker of a day, I tell you. All right guys, stay safe. Hope you got something out of the video. Give it a tick in the box if you did. If you didn't like it much, just let me know why. I think it's going to be a cracker of a year. Probably be a little bit of gold going in the pot too, I reckon. All right guys, stay safe, look after each other, enjoy the new year. 2023 is going to be a cracker of a year, I think. And spend some time with your family. You know, it's an important part of the year. Cheers guys, hope you enjoyed. Take it easy. Old Fellas Travels signing off. It comes with a tensioner strap. I'll just whack that on. I want to work out what I've done with it.